you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm NU-Sta, and in tonight's Game Plan, we'll break down the amazing Game 7 win of the San Miguel Beermen en route to their 10th All-Filipino title in franchise history.
We'll also look into Coach Yeng's return to the rain or shine Elasto Painters. And we'll put the spotlight on NU-Sta Elena as they get a winning start in the Spikers Turf Open Conference. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. The dust has settled on Game 7 of the PBA Philippine Cup Finals, and the San Miguel Beermen are once again back on the throne. Join us tonight to talk about SMB's return to the All-Filipino supremacy, a 7-time PBA champion and 2-time PBA Coach of the Year, Coach Yeng. Coach, welcome to the game. Maraming salamat. We know that there's so much news to talk about, pero unahin muna natin dito ang San Miguel. How are you, Coach?
I'm fine, Pao and Denise, and thank you for having me tonight in your program.
Coach, when you saw what happened sa San Miguel Beermen and TNT, particularly that fourth quarter 35-8 run in the fourth, what did you make of it, and how scared should we all be of San Miguel moving forward?
Well, everybody's really just awed at how strong San Miguel is. Going into the fourth quarter, they dominated the fourth quarter, but there are really some factors that went against talk and text. First of all, if you go into a Game 7, and you know that you're playing against a very tough team, and you don't have your head coach with you.
Yeah.
It's really just like having one hand tied behind your back. You've been preparing mentally and physically for this game, and you know you're going to have your coach with you as a leader, and he's not there. So, ang laking bagay, no? Just that thing alone. And then, of course, several injuries. They lost Len Cobuntin, and we know that Jason was playing hurt, playing in pain, but he still put up a really good game, heroic game by Jason. And then I think one crucial thing that happened was Poy Eram's ejection from the game. So parang nawala na talaga ng pang-matchup kay Junmar, and Junmar was just dominating the middle. With Poy not there. So all of those things conspired really to just showcase the power and strength of the San Miguel team.
Coach, minention mo yung lahat ng nawala dito sa TNT, but on the other side of the court, San Miguel hindi nauubusan ng firepower, and you mentioned him, Junmar Fajardo. He got his 4th Finals MVP. He got his 9th BPC award as well in Game 4. Just your thoughts overall sa pagbabalik ng MVP caliber na laro ni Junmar.
Nakakatakot, just scary. Junmar, of course, andun pa yung sina Motao Tua, and then surrounded by really great guards, CJ Perez, andun pa sila Jericho, na nakapag-contribute din dito sa series na to. So, I don't know, a lot of people were saying that San Miguel is getting old and they're about to fade away, but I think they still have some good years ahead of them, several good years ahead of them.
Coach Yeng, you handled CJ Perez back in the Gilas Pilipinas, and at that time, he was still very raw, very young. Did you feel as early as then that it was only going to be a matter of time till we call him a PBA champion? Kasi grabe yung ginawa niya sa final series na to.
Definitely, I saw CJ playing against the best in the world. Actually, we were in the World Cup and he was fearless, And sabi mo nga, he was a little bit less mature then. But he matured while in the PBA. He matured with the San Miguel team. I think he settled down. Nung una siya dito sa San Miguel team, he's trying to find his his sweet spot. He was trying to determine what his role really was. Pero nung nakuha niya na, no, everything really fell into place. No? Especially if you're playing with somebody like Junmar who attracts all the attention. And then when you get the ball, he kicks out the ball to you or you go on a cut, ano talaga he gets a lot of good looks and opportunities and he will take advantage of those good looks and opportunities.
Coach, I also wanted to ask about Chris Ross. As we know, he did miss 8 games in the start of the eliminations because of an injury. Pero yung nakita natin ng Game 7, 4 threes basically really closing the door on TNT. Just talk about the impact that Chris Ross has on this San Miguel team, even as viewers, from a viewer's perspective.
You know, with Chris Ross, everybody knows he's a defensive role player. He's a defensive stopper. So, but last few years or the last few conferences for Chris, he's really been a threat, no, offensively. No, you cannot leave him. Dati, you play off him. No, you try to play off him and give him that outside shot and. Teams will usually give him that shot and he will usually miss it. But now you cannot give him that shot anymore. So he's improved this game. And you know, the good thing about these guys, they're saying that these guys are getting old and the replacements are already coming in, no? So, pero, ano, no? They keep proving us wrong, no? They keep proving themselves that they still have some good years. And imagine, no, magkakasama yung mga yan, Chris Ross, andiyan pa si CJ, sila
Marshall,
sila
sir.
Jericho, no, wala pa nga si Terrence Imagine when Terrence comes back.
Yeah, I think understated na loaded yung San Miguel. Pero coach, syempre commiserations to the TNT tropang giga. If they were healthy, if Coach Chot was there, probably might be a different story. We never know. Pero how good was Jason Castro? It feels like he's getting younger by the day kasi parang Benjamin Button yung mga laro niya that they say he's this old but he's performing as if he were a young Jason Castro.
Well, you know, these guys, no, you know how good a player really is when he knows when he's really needed and he knows when he has to perform. He can just he can just pull that rabbit out of the hat. No, yun yung maganda kay Jason. He's a leader by example. Hindi siya yung leader na maingay, na madaldal, salita ng salita, no. This guy shows by the way he plays, by the way he works, how to play the game of basketball. So, ang ganda ng niya no? Ang ganda ng attitude ng batang to. Again, he's one of the guys, they say he's getting older, he's getting slower, pero parang hindi pa rin no? Parang,
blurry pa rin.
Andiyan pa rin siya, no? And there's really a clamor na for him to still play one more time sa Gilas, no? Sa World Cup, no?
Well, let's see if that will happen, Coach. But you know what, Coach, we have a lot more to talk about here.
And in just a little while, more PBA action when we return. We'll shift over to some big news on Coach Yeng as he makes his comeback to rain or shine. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. In the PBA, some big moves were made after the finals game as Yeng is back as the head coach of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. While he's won championships with Rain or Shine in the past, he is set to coach a new generation of Elasto Painters led by some interesting rookies. That's why let's hear from the multi-awarded mentor himself, Coach Yeng. Coach, as we know, again, babalik ka na nga, the news broke. What are your expectations from this team that you're about to handle starting tomorrow? Dahil alam naman natin, the last time that you were with Rain or Shine, you won a championship back in 2016.
Well, first of all, I'm really excited, and I'd like to thank Boss Raymond Yu and Boss Terry for welcoming me back. I was really happy and excited, just having the feeling of coming back home. This morning, signed the contract, and I really received a very warm welcome from the family, from the people in Rain or Shine. Yeah, it was like a homecoming. So, my heartfelt thanks to the Rain or Shine family. And then tomorrow we'll go to practice, my first day in practice. I know Coach Chris Gavina has done a good job of really putting together a solid foundation for this team. Now we have a foundation to build on. And there are young guys in this team, and they're veterans. I think there's still 3 of them who I've coached the last time I was there. Si Gabe nandyan pa, si Bo is still there, Jewel Ponferrada still there. So there would be a lot of help in just exercising their leadership and mentoring the guys. And it's going to take a little time before we put in the system. I'm sure there's always going to be a transition from the former system to a new system. So there's going to be some adjustments there. And ang problema is malapit na yung opening, no?
Yep.
So we just have to hurry up, maybe practice twice a day. I don't know what I'll do yet, but tomorrow in practice, we'll probably figure something out.
Coach Yeng, you mentioned it a while ago. Some players that were there the last time you were with Rain or Shine are still there. Have you had any conversations with them now that you're coming back? And of course, what did you tell them to tell the rookies, if ever? Kasi syempre, may reputasyon ka, Coach Yeng. I'm curious to see how they would react in particular.
I haven't talked to them yet, but we've exchanged text already. Been texting Gabe and Bo, so we've exchanged text already. So tomorrow is our first face-to-face meeting. I'm sure even the younger guys, they've heard something about me already, so they're probably psychologically ready already to face some test of character for them, maybe. So it's going to be fun, not just for me. It's going to be fun for the rest of the guys. Learning from each other and trying to be patient and trying to develop a team that can compete with the best. Sabi mo nga, we were talking about San Miguel kanina. And wow, imagine, is there really any way for other teams to beat San Miguel the way they're built right now? So yun yung mga isip mo. So I don't know, we'll try to figure something out the next few days.
Coach, as mentioned earlier, a lot of new guys are in Rain or Shine right now. But of course, you also have Bo Belga, Gabe Norwood, Jewel Ponferrada, nandyan pa. What are you expecting from your veterans?
Well, I expect them to, maybe because they know me already, I expect them to just help out with trying to introduce the younger guys who haven't played for me yet, to our system, to my personality, to what I like and to what I don't like. Also, these guys are going to be probably just like Kuyas and assistant coaches, additional people who can help out with learning the system. So ano sila, they'll be key. So these three guys are going to be key to make the transition shorter, to make it easier for the younger guys.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the younger players, you mentioned the veterans, and syempre, we can't help but look at your history with Rain or Shine kasi syempre, Rain or Shine was the last franchise to win a championship that's not MVP team or group with the SMC as well. When they pitched the idea na babalik ka sa Rain or Shine, what did you like most about the pitch? Was it the ambition? What was the goal that was set out for you? Kasi syempre, it's always going to be tough to break the monopoly right now in terms of championships in the PBA.
Well, first of all, it's really the appreciation of their trust and their confidence in me, because it only took like 24 hours, then I was already receiving the call from them, no, na gusto nilang magbalik ako. And Boss Raymond called up Sunday morning, we took dinner Sunday night, and then today, Sunday morning, we were signing the contract. So that's how natural and that's how easy it was for us to just bring together our minds together. No, so andali. And then secondly is just the anticipation, of developing young guys, just like what we did, when the first time I coached for them. Alam mo, it's getting harder for the independent teams to compete with the established conglomerates, San Miguel Group and the MVP Group. If you notice, wala pang nagcha-champion na independent team. Pati even just to reach the semifinals, the top four, it's so hard. You reach the top four and you're an independent team, it's like winning a championship. So, why? Because, of course, we all know, that the discrepancy in resources. Everybody knows that. And not just that, it's the access to talent. It's so hard to trade for us, to get talent from other teams, but it's so easy for other teams to get talent from other teams. I don't know, pero I was telling them that. I was saying this is the reality now. So when I first came in and won a championship, we won a championship in 2016. It's not gonna be easy, and we don't know when that will come. So we have to be lucky. We have to work hard, and we have to work smart. How do you beat San Miguel? If you're an independent team, how do you beat Token Pets, even Ginebra, even Magnolia? How do you beat them? It's so easy for them, It's so easy for them to make their team stronger. But for us, we have to develop the players in our own backyards. So that's how difficult it is.
Coach Yeng, we're excited to see how you're going to develop that team because as we mentioned a while ago, grabe yung talent level that you do have in that team and very promising ones as well. We're excited to see what you can bring sa Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. And of course, we want to see Bo Belga give all the screens that you probably tell him to give. And we're excited for the next conference, Coach Yeng. Mabuhay ka. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Coach.
Wow, Denise, thank you.
After the break, we'll find out what to expect from the Nationals in the Spiker Surf Open Conference. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
watching the game. The Nationals are off to a good start in the Spikers turf after winning their first match in the Open Conference. NU-Santa Elena came alive after a slow start to get a 4-set win over Army Katinko. And to tell us more about the squad, we have with us Joshua Retamar, Nico Almendrez, and Jan Sumagi. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. How are you guys?
Okay naman po.
Okay
Parang may
naman.
birthday dito.
Parang ano,
Oo.
ay mali,
No,
mali.
no, no. Graduation ba yun? Okay, let's focus on the birthday later. Unahan muna natin yung nangyayari ngayon in terms of, which is the Spiker Surf, obviously. First of all, so happy that men's volleyball is back here in the Philippines. Ano yung feeling muna na nakabalik na yung men's volleyball dito?
Sobrang happy para sa akin kasi lahat ng nag-aabang ng men's, makikita na ulit nila na parang lalaban na ulit, ito na ulit, magpapasikat na ulit yung men's.
And of course, syempre ito, birthday boy.
Yun,
Ayun. Alam ko parang birthday gift yung men's volleyball sa'yo. But then, what does it mean to you na, okay, nakabalik na yung local volleyball?
Yun po, sobrang saya talaga kasi ang dami talagang nag-aabang ng men's volleyball dito sa Pilipinas. And ayun, sana magtuloy-tuloy. Sana magtuloy-tuloy po.
Of course, syempre sana lumaki rin. And ano yung quality naman of competition so far? Alam ko naka one game lang kayo eh. But then, coming fresh from an international tournament, coming back here to play local competition again, ano yung feeling playing against your fellow Filipinos at ano masasabi mo sa level of competition so far?
Yung level ng volleyball ngayon sa Philippines is nataas na rin. And pag tinanong sa mga ibang country kung ano yung level ng Philippines, inaabangan na rin nila. Kasi syempre nag-place tayo before sa men's volleyball and nung last SEA Games, nag-fifth lang. Pero at least nag-i-improve pa rin.
Now, as we all know, naka-first game pa lang kayo. It was a slow start against Army. Ano ba to? Charge to medyo kalawang? Anong pakiramdam nyo during that first set na, syempre, nakakapanibago talaga?
Yes.
Let's go with you, Joshua.
Siguro slow start lang din talaga. And syempre mga rookie yung mga kasama namin ngayon sa NU-Santa Elena. And first time lang nila maglaro ng club teams. Kaya yun, siguro medyo may kaba pa.
May ka ba? Eh, ikaw, Jan, nung syempre mahabol-habol ka ng bola, medyo may konting pagpag, konting stretching. How was it like nung unang laro mo?
Ayun po, yun nga, gaya po nung sabi ni Joshua na mga bata pa lang yung mga kasama namin sa team namin ngayon. So, ayun, andun pa rin po yung pag-adjust po namin. Every game na, yung mga past game po namin, ayun, di po kami nagsawa na mag-adjust sa every game na
Of course.
nilalaroan po namin.
Nico, paying scouting report naman kasi you have a new weapon sa team ninyo, si Obed Mukaba. And 19 years old, 6'6" Congolese middle blocker. Ano mo sasabi mo sa talent level niya?
Si Obed, sobrang galing ng bata na yun. Kasi, siyempre, hindi naman mapupunta yun doon kung walang talent. Eh, masasabi ko sa kanya, pagpatuloy niya lang, then dito lang naman kaming mga kuya niya na mag-guide sa kanila.
Nanibago ba siya? Kasi syempre, if ever, may adjustment period yun, not just sa court, pero off the court as well. Paano yung tinutulungan?
Siguro yung sa loob ng court, yung sinasabi sa amin nila coach na parang, yun nga, i-guide namin yung mga bata, lalo na si Obed kasi bago pa lang siya ulit maglalaro, lalo dito sa Pilipinas.
Alright, so balikan natin. It's been 3 long years bago nagkaroon ulit ng proper avenue para sa men's volleyball. Now that it's back on, ano sa tingin nyo yung impact that this will have on the younger generation? Kasi syempre, like, ako for the longest time, I've only been seeing women's volleyball. It really is time. Ano sa tingin niyo yung impact nito?
Siguro yung impact nito sa men's volleyball and sa lahat ng mga gusto maglaro dito sa Manila. Siyempre, opportunity to sa mga bata na mapaglaro ulit and makita yung mga ibang players na men's na nagko-compete ulit dito sa Pilipinas.
And of course, with that, we're gonna wrap this up. But then not before Direk, pa-zoomin naman kay Jan kasi birthday niya.
Yun, no?
Oo, pa-zoomin naman kay Jan dito kasi Jan, 23 years young, tama ba?
Yes po.
Oh, we were talking about kids but you're fast approaching not being a kid anymore. Jan, maraming salamat. Thank you very much for joining us on your birthday. Denise, let's wrap this up.
Exactly. You can catch the action of the Spikers Turf every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on One Sports and One Sports Plus. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Denise Tan.
I'm Paulo Del Rosario and this has been The Game.